So in my last video, I talked about how an HSA can be used as another retirement account, but what's one of the cardinal rules whenever you're saving for retirement? That is, you don't want to take money out before you need it in retirement. And so today I'm going to talk about a tax rule that can allow you to keep the money in your HSA, let it grow, and still withdraw it tax-free. In order to take full advantage of the tax benefits of an HSA, so we're already getting the advantage of not being taxed on the way in, but in order to take full advantage, then you want the money to stay in this account as long as possible so that the investments can do their thing, so that you're not taxed on the gains or the dividends, and then that you have the most amount of money that you can whenever you withdraw. So here is the rule that a lot of people don't know about, and it can really help out from this tax perspective. So just cleaning this up a little bit, got rid of some of the parts that don't actually matter in this part of the discussion. So here's how this goes. So you're putting money into your HSA, and that is your account to save up for medical expenses. Well, let's say that you do get a medical expense. So you go to the hospital and then you have a $2,000 medical bill. Whenever you have that medical bill, then you essentially have two options of how you pay that. Well, the first option, and the most obvious one, is that you can take money out of the HSA, you can pay that medical bill, that's a qualified withdrawal and you're not taxed on it, and then that's taken care of. But another thing that you could do, and that's if you have the means to do it, is not touch the money that is inside of your HSA and allow it to stay invested and to keep growing, and instead pay this medical bill out of pocket. And then after you pay that medical bill, and this is a really important piece of it, is that you get a receipt for paying that bill. Okay, so this receipt is really important. So if we said that this medical bill was $2,000, and so we have a receipt here for $2,000. And so what we've done, rather than taking that $2,000 out of our HSA, we've allowed that money to stay invested and to continue to grow and let compound interest take effect. And then whenever we are in the future, whether it's 1 year down the line, whether it's 30 years down the line, you can use this receipt for $2,000 to take money out of the HSA, and that money will be considered a qualified medical expense because you have proof here, and then you can use that money and not have any taxes on it. I have to stress that in order for this to work, you need to be able to keep good records and have this receipt. And because in the case of you getting audited, then you need to be able to show that that distribution, that withdrawal was qualified based on that receipt. So that's the strategy. I'll leave it up to you as far as whether you think that is worth the headache of keeping these records, or if you just want to pay the medical bill straight from the HSA and not have to worry about it. So there's pros and cons to each, but I wanted to give you that background and that option. So I'll leave it up to you as far as whether you feel like that's right for you and your family. So again, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me at javawealth.com, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.